Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the People's Champ podcast, where we're going to go over last week's matchups, this week's waiver wire, and the trade that happened last week. But first I want to start off with Beckett's Boom Pick of the Week, which hit last week. Congratulations, Barrett, and good job, Beckett, on Beckett's Boom Pick of the Week. All right, you ready? On three, pick Beckett's Boom Pick of the Week, all right? Who was that? Wait, do it again. Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right,
Yes, sir.
All right, ready for this week? Beckett picked me. Ready? Boom! Say it in the camera. Say it in the camera. All right, go draw, bud. All right, now let's get into the matchups from last week. All right, so the first matchup I want to talk about is let's go into Barrett's matchup last week where he got the most amount of points. Barrett beat Isaac in the score of 163 to 150, a real high scoring matchup. But let's see what Barrett did. What did it for Barrett? Bo Nix had a big game. Devon Achan had a good game. Ashton Genty finally coming through for you there, Barrett. I know that was a long time coming. You were waiting for that to come. And DK Metcalf with the big trade that happened last week. Good job, Barrett, with putting up a total of 163 and beating out Isaac by the amount of 13 points. Barrett with the Beckett's Boom Pick of the Week. Good job. And then let's go to the next matchup. Mouse.
I can't see you.
Hey, go by Mom and go draw. Okay, the next matchup I want to talk about is, let's talk about the undefeated Greg at 4-0, beating James with the score of 137 to 90. James with the least amount of points this week. Let's see if we can get $10 from him to make a parlay. But I remember this matchup. What really hurt James is putting James Conner in his starting lineup and Jalen Warren in his starting lineup. Let's make those corrections there, James, and let's get a correct roster. But again, Greg's team's looking strong with Jonathan Taylor, James Cook, Garrett Wilson, and Justin Jefferson. So, Greg, you're doing a good job. 4-0, top of the league. Kickers before quarterbacks. That might be the new play. The next one, let's talk about my loss to Jason last week. I'm just really struggling with CeeDee Lamb and Jaden Daniels being out, and hopefully Jaden Daniels plays last week. But let's see what did it for Jay. Let's see, 24 points from Jalen Hurts. 33 points from Josh Jacobs, 36 points from Puka Nacua. Yeah, I didn't have a chance with Marvin Romadunze and having to start Ramondre. But congratulations on that baby there, Jason, and good win last week. Okay, let's give you some clap. Let's give you some celebration, and I'll give myself a. And then next matchup I want to talk about is Pat losing to Cole in the score of 147 to 130. Cole, let's see what did it there for you with the matchup. Let's see, having a good Drake May having a good performance. He's been a solid quarterback, and Amari Hampton, being patient those first couple weeks on Amari and really paying off. Cortland Sutton with a good game. Emeka Abuka with a good game. A.J. Brown's been very disappointing. And Jahmyr Gibbs with a pretty solid game. So, good performance out of Cole. We just finally, if you could get something out of A.J. Brown, you might be in good shape. Pat having to start. Geno Smith is really, really a shame. Bucky Irvin had a good game. Amon-Ra St. Brown had a good game, but nothing out of Zach Ertz, nothing out of Nick Chubb. Let's see. Yeah, those two. Even though you put up 130, you might need to get Zach Ertz out of your lineup because All right, let's go on to the next matchup here. Let's see, Mitch. Mitch with the win over Seth. Mitch with the win over Seth in the score of 144 to 130. Another close matchup last week. Lamar going out early. That was a little rough, but Saquon having an okay game. Trey Benson not so good game. Drake London finally coming alive. Quentin Johnson. So it looks like that trade is pretty even as far as right now. Another good performance from Tyler Warren. Nothing out of DJ Moore. But you got the win. You got the win over Seth. Seth, even though you got Christian McCaffrey, Derrick Henry, even after the first week of the season having a really strong game, Derrick Henry's been quite a disappointment. And you didn't get much out of Jackson Smith-Njigba, not like you were hoping, but yeah, way to go, Mitch, getting a win over Seth. Let's go to our next matchup. I think we got one more matchup. Yep, Bobby versus Dwayne. Another squeaker, a pillow fight, 120 to 111, but Bobby still got the win. Jordan Love having a big game. Chase Brown, Trevion not doing too good for you. Oh, yeah, this was your first win, Bob. Congrats, Bob. Way to get off the snide, man. I know Pickens really came through for you. His struggle is starting Fannin. His struggle is starting Warren. But now with Tyreek Hill out, he might be a potential wide receiver 2. You might have 3 good wide receivers to go to make up for your 2 horrible running backs right now. Let's see what happened with Dwayne's team. Yeah, Dwayne, ouch, dude. I had such high hopes for you after the draft with Malik Neighbors and Brian Thomas Jr. and Ladd McConkey, and now you can't even start Ladd McConkey, and you just lost Neighbors. So, yeah, it's going to be an uphill battle for you. And we play this weekend, so hopefully the bad luck can continue for you, so I can pull out a win. So that's it on last week's matchups, and congratulations, Barrett, for putting up the most amount of points. James, let us know. Let's fix your lineups. Let us know if you're gonna put $10 for the parlay this week. That's been a good introduction to the fantasy league so far. I've really been enjoying it. Let's talk about waiver wires next. The first waiver wire pickup I want to talk about, because we're not gonna do just Wednesday morning's waiver wire, but today's, because I think we had some big ones with Michael Carter with the $13 bid from Mitch, getting Michael Carter taking over that backfield in Arizona. We don't know who's really going to get who's going to get the bulk of the running game in Arizona, because Amari DeMarcado I bid for too, $10, but I did bid more for Michael Carter. I wanted Michael Carter more, so I think he's going to be the running back, but Mitch ended up getting him, outbidding me by $2. And then also you had Sean Tucker for $11 to me, with Bucky Irvin being out, and I know he's maybe the running back 2 in Tampa Bay. Hopefully he can produce like he did last year against the Saints with I think, was it Rashad White? Rashad White didn't play, or Bucky Irvin didn't? One of those. But he had a big game against Saints last year, I remember. Darren Waller to Cole with $18, looking for a tight end. Justice Hill to Pat. Where's my button? $15 for Justice Hill. Yeah, that let's see if that pays out for you. But I think it was just kind of a big fluke touchdown that he got from in that game last week. And maybe it would pay out for you. I mean, I've been wrong about a lot of stuff this year. Let's see if it does any good for you. And then the trade last week with Mitch and Barrett. Mitch sending DK Metcalf to Barrett for Quentin Johnson. Man, if you would have said if you'd have drafted Quentin Johnson over DK Metcalf in the draft this year, you'd have been insane. But hey, the draft doesn't matter at this point, because Quentin Johnson has been giving him that hawk Tua, and he's been really performing really well. And DK Metcalf has been underperforming, even though he had a big game. Hopefully we can see him turn the circle and turn the corner there and start producing like we drafted him to be. All right, what am I, a 10-minute video? Good, awesome, perfect. Yeah, that's it for this week's video. No comment question of the week this week. I don't know. No, I didn't think of anything this week, but That's it. That's it for this week's episode of the People's Champ Podcast. Good luck this week, and go Red Sox.